Hello everyone, we're back with more arcturian philosophy, and this convenient guy wearing sunglasses was conveniently placed there basically to watch me, and he knows better than to hang out, so he's walking away. Yes, you are. And see what we're doing for the Starseed video is we're going out. We're going outside because, oh, don't I live here? Am I not allowed to walk around where I live? Oh, strange car, it stopped. What are they doing? There's a car, pickup truck. Look at the pickup truck. See there? See the pickup truck? Doesn't seem to be doing anything. And now he's backing up. I mean, like, what does he think he's doing? And see, this type of behavior will go on. It used to be really bad. Now what are you doing, dude? Oh, okay, look, he's driving the other direction now. Okay. Sometimes they will actually do that and drive around in a circle here. Okay, so he didn't drive in a circle. Let's see if the same guy drives around while I'm making my Starseed video, huh? See, they think that they can just do whatever the fuck they want. Well, you know what? They're gonna see that, oh, they can't because, oh, somebody's gonna end up moving. Oh, we see the guy again. He's right there. Bam! I wonder why he's parking right there. Hi, man. Are you going to drive away again? Oh my god, are you going to drive away again? Let's check you out. See, guys? This is great, okay? See, yeah, parked right there. What are you doing? Do you understand what you're doing? Do you even have control over your mind? Well, see, because he knew I was going to this tree. They all knew that the probabilities were that I was going to sit at this tree. So, the way the reptilians work with this is they have to set up a series of probabilities. They probably got these people on alert if they're home. People upstairs are home. So, because of that, and also, you see, random cars will drive around without parking. Let's see if this guy actually parks. Are you doing something? Let's see if you park. Do you live here? Well, see, the people that live here, oh, they live here, but they all ended up getting converted to the frickin' dark side. So, let's set up a nice little place to sit, and we're going to talk about how to figure out what kind of starseed you are. So, we know that I'm an arcturian starseed, and apparently genetically part arcturian. Don't ask me, ask Jim from Human Colony, who tried to outright murder me. I've noticed that, you know, when they think they've really got you, when they think that you're just going to drop dead, they will actually tell you stuff. Like in the movies, when they think someone's going to die, then they tell them, this is how I did it, this is how I did it, da-da-da-da-da. And then the hero suddenly survives. Yeah, it's kind of like that. So, how do we determine what kind of starseed we are? How would one determine that? So, first of all, look at your natural likings. So, from when you were born, what kinds of things did you just naturally feel attracted to? Now, finally, let's put ourselves underneath the stupid tree. Let's see, is the guy over here? Let's see, are these guys over here, are they just, like, parked there doing nothing, or like, what? That is, see, that kind of stuff happens here all the time now. And they're gonna figure out, oh, we shouldn't fuck with that girl. And she does it with her mind. Oh, holy shit. Actually, it was, okay, I'm gonna say this. It was the Yael that told me, you have the ability to do, like, this and that. You have the ability to give life and the opposite, basically, except he said it outright bluntly. So, we're going to sit down so I don't have to stare at the idiots driving around in the parking lots. Some of them, I think they figured out that spying is kind of pointless because whatever half of whatever they do to me, I don't even notice, and whatever half I do notice, I heal from it so fast that it's not even worth their time. So, let's start with Pleadians. At first I didn't really like the Pleadians, but I did not realize that is because reptilians are very good at mimicking the Pleadians. That's what you guys have to know this. The Pleiadian starseeds get enslaved so easily because reptilians are very good at pretending to be Pleiadians. Peggy Kane talks about this. All the stuff she talks about how they are, about how reptilians are, sex, orgies, gambling, just demonic type thing. Yes, that is how most of them are. Not all of them. Some of them realize that that's not right. Some of them realize, that, like, they realize that they've been programmed to act that way. It's not that there's a race of entities that are just that way. They're programmed into being that way. But so anyway, so with Pleadians, it's funny that kind of the Arcturians are running the show when it comes to the military, but if it wasn't for some famous Pleiadian starseeds, I could not have escaped the prison, because it was what they were saying that allowed me to keep myself alive, and put my focus so powerfully on walking out that it happened no matter what they wanted to do. They wanted to just keep me in there until I died, and it would practically just straight up say that to me, and my focus was so firmly on getting out that I got out. But so what are the Pleadians like? The Pleadians love dancing. They some of them, they don't wear a lot of clothes, or like nudist colony type thing. Arcturians don't exactly wear clothes either, but you gotta picture your like kind of strange looking thing, and you wouldn't think, oh, it wears clothes. The Pleadians, they look very much like humans. They have either very pale colored skin, or now they're genetically modifying their skin to be able to absorb sunlight or light type energy, so that they can turn it either a blue or green shade. And they basically have a planet that they call Earth in their language, which sounds just like the word Earth, pretty much, which I thought was kind of funny. I was like, oh, Era, like Earth, like Terra, like Terran, Earth, all these root words, it's all the same here. Dance and music are some things that they are very adept with. Also, if they don't get themselves enslaved, what I've noticed is that they're very adept at taking the more difficult concepts and making them easier to understand. Once they begin to activate their DNA. Now remember, what was going on is the Pleadians were coming. They were trying to help, but they were all getting enslaved, and that's where the Arcturians got involved after World War II. So this, I suppose, would also overlap with aura. But most of us that are over the age of 25 or so are going to be indigos, especially if you're watching this and you're like, yeah, this chick, she like totally told her entire town, fuck you, because they tried to assassinate her, and she was like, no. If you have that kind of mentality, you're definitely an indigo, and also blue indigo color there. You're definitely an indigo if you got that kind of mentality. With Arcturian, so you can have a Pleadian with that indigo kind of aura, and also Pleadians are a bit taller than humans are. Most people have seen that. They're a bit taller. The first time I actually saw one of them, I said, "Wow, you guys really are tall," because I was just like, I knew you were tall. I just I didn't know it was like, whoa, you really are tall. As people know, they're telepathic. They don't really talk, even though they have mouths that could technically talk. It's like they don't really use that very much, or evolving past it, basically, even though it's still there to use. It's something that just doesn't get used. They exist all these entities exist extra dimensionally, where they have bodies, like, say, with the Pleadians. They do have bodies, but it is a light body, or basically what our bodies are starting to evolve into. If you have whatever Aryan genetics and are having to survive in your area, then like what Cryon keeps telling me is, Krista, you need to use the Pleiadian seeded parts of the DNA. Yeah, even though you're Arcturian, you need to take the Pleiadian parts of your DNA, because obviously jumping from a human to an Arcturian doesn't really work very well, does it? Think about it. But learning how to act more like a Pleiadian, learning to adapt to their type of bone structure and their type of lesser density, their type of light body, their type of crystalline structure. That was something that I was told. So there are lots of quizzes also for this. If you feel like, if someone asks you what's the purpose of life and your first answer is happiness, that's a very Pleiadian answer to give. Like me as an Arcturian, I would say, oh, the purpose of life is knowledge and happiness. But, or learning. Arcturians will tend to say more about the purpose of life as learning, and the happiness is in there. But you have to learn, too. From what I've noticed, the Pleadian Starseeds, they'll tend to have a lot of friends, or be very affable. With Arcturians, we can seem to do one or the other, where we'll either be loners, or we'll be amongst a great social circle. But either way, we stand out in such an obvious fashion that people look at us as if we are completely alien. With the Pleadian Starseeds, because Pleiadians look just like people, pretty much. They look pretty much just like us. It's not quite as alien, you could say, but once an Arcturian activates and they're doing weird stuff like this, and, weird sign language and stuff, then people look at you and think, oh my gosh, that thing's completely alien. So for Arcturians, if you feel completely alien, that's a sign you could be Arcturian. Also, sense of mission. The Arcturians have a really strong sense of mission, more so than the Pleadians do, that I've noticed. Not that the Pleadians don't have a sense of mission, they do, but the Arcturians are really like Ashtar Command on top of it with mission. The idea of mission, where I said, sometimes I wonder if I don't want to be here anymore, guys. Can I just go back to my ship? Hello? And they would say, well, you're on a mission down there. You just figured it out, and are you going to give up yet? And I said, well, that makes sense. No way. I'm not gonna give up yet. I just got into the apocalypse, and so I have to see everybody through the apocalypse. Wow. Also, okay, another thing for Arcturians, feeling like you hold the world on your shoulders. Also having having a high degree of intelligence, or a large amount of abstract thinking capacity. So you have a capacity to think abstractly in many different fields, or say you know a lot about different fields of study that you just happen to have picked up along the way. Now, also what I said, they will tend to be either loners or have a huge social circle, but in the huge social circle, it'll be like Zen Buddha and a circle of people around them, because the Arcturian is just so weird. Also, the Lyrans. What I notice about the Lyrans is, well, I said this once, like in the Wizard of Oz, the lion doing the thing. They do some weird thing like that in their language. Something, I don't know what it means, or I don't know if it's a greeting or what the heck it is. But I've noticed, unfortunately, that the Lyrans will be so understanding of the concept of beyond good and evil that they'll get turned. Or what will happen is they understand the Jesus concept so much that they'll just get hit so many times until they die. And it's... I've noticed with the Lyrans that a lot of them are getting, like, the wrong idea. Let's see, who else? Well, Syrian is kind of code for version of reptilian, just so you guys know. Well, the people who are part Yael or part in any or part Gray, making them part Yael, making them Yael or whatever, they all know that because the Greys follow them around, like, and basically harass them. Harass their seeded entities, which I think is complete BS. I think to myself, I went through 26 years of my life having no idea who I was, what I was doing here, what God was, what any of this was, and if I could go back and I could do it over again, I would say, yeah, guys, I prefer that you didn't follow me around and do weird experiments on me. Where is the mark spread? Basically healed up, almost healed up now, but above this, where? There, okay, there, you can see it there, the red mark. Yeah, red mark right there. It's healing up now, but I mean the Arcturians, they might look a lot like the Greys, except they're blue. But they don't follow people around, from birth. Even I'm apparently genetically part Arcturian. They didn't follow me around. They didn't do weird experiments on me. They just said, okay, we set her loose and let's see what she decides to do. She's a sovereign entity, and it's her right to decide what she's going to do. It's not our jurisdiction to just go around and follow her and force her to learn foreign alphabets and force her to do this or that. Whereas instead with Gray, Yael, all that, they pretty much harass their people. They harass and intimidate and implant their own, genetic seeds there, which is pretty sick. So right now on the planet we have a bunch of Pleadian starseeds. Chances are, if you're watching and you don't really have any idea about any of this, but you feel a strange inclination towards it, you're probably Pleadian. If you're watching this and you start staring into the screen saying, I think I know what she means, I think I know what she's talking about, I studied this Agenda 21 thing, I've studied this New World Order stuff, chances are you could be Arcturian then, because of the sense of mission. I would say that the Pleadians are more artistic than the Arcturians, because a lot of Arcturians will be very strategic, and will also be teachers of different types. Now, remember guys, I'm not aiming to do this as a teacher. I'm holding a cell phone, recording myself, because, my town tried to assassinate me, and I decided, you know what, I'm going on YouTube anyway. Before the town tried to assassinate me and all this happened, I was gonna try and make some kind of pretty-looking YouTube channel, but then, a demonic reptilian entity broke the laptop, and all the editing software and everything, and I said, well, you know what, I can figure this out. I'm going to do this anyway, I can figure it out. And sure enough, I did. So those are two big distinctions. So art, music, dance, more Pleiadian. People who are very zen, meditating, loners, very focused on mission or task or quote, my purpose in life. Strategic, known as intellectuals. Those are more your Arcturians there. And also what I've noticed is with Arcturians we have a lot of fight. even if it's, you know, not an indigo child, but like a crystal or a rainbow, still, Arcturians have a lot of fight in them. That's one way you can tell an Arcturian. Also, a lot of fight, just inherent within them. I always knew that I had a whole lot of what I called inner fight or inner fire. And actually my type 5, is known for that. And as I've talked to a lot of the dead people who are type 5s on the Enneagram, I'll see their aura, and then I'll see them, and then I'll see an Arcturian overlapping them, and they'll say, see, yeah, we knew about all this stuff back then, we couldn't say anything, but we're behind you. We stand behind you. They assassinated us. They're not gonna assassinate you. You will live, whether they like it or not. And let's see who could be watching us now? Huh? Are you watching us here? Because everybody here seems somewhat strategically placed in order to watch me. One of the best things they like to do is they like to send the kids after me, because see, kids, particularly Indian, like, see how he kind of like ran away real quick? Particularly kids that I've noticed are of Indian descent, they're very easy to turn dark or to confuse. And not only that, they're also inherently very powerful, especially, as we know, the children born in the new energy. So the idea in this area was to attempt to turn, intimidate, mess around with, otherwise ruin the children in this area born in the new energy. And that was why they went so berserk when the first thing I was told at this reptilian healer guy by Ashtar himself was that I was supposed to have a child, or not supposed to, but that I had a choice to. And first I said, oh my god, no, you're crazy, what the heck are you talking about? Like, that sounds nuts. But now, given what's going on, Alex Collier said back, I think in 2009, you know, it's soon enough, you guys are going to be thinking that you're living inside of a science fiction movie. And I looked at that, and I realized, hey, I saw that interview a while back. I saw that interview only a few months ago. And now I seriously am living inside of a science fiction movie. Or all of us are living inside science fiction movies. So, anything else? Cryon, you're a Lyran. Can you talk to us about Lyrans? Or Lyra? He says you guys pronounce it wrong. It's Lyra, but you know, whatever you want to say is fine. Well, you see, because they're, you know, bridging, say, 11th dimension right now, like Cryon's trying to give me an example. He says the way that he sees things is as if you could see everything happening at once, and if you changed different factors, how the picture would all change at once. Like if you had one path, like Robert Frost's The Road Not Taken, and I took the road less traveled by, and that's made all the difference. As if there are paths that you could take, but all of these paths are rolled into one, as if you're holding it in your hand, time all rolled up into one. And that he can see how different paths, different movements. Let's say I move this way. Okay, that has some kind of rippling effect on reality. Alright, let's say I go this way. Okay, he says, okay, that has some sort of rippling effect on reality. Not a very big one, because you didn't really have very much intent behind that. But apparently it's still there. He says, you know, people that are Lyrans may have a lot of, this could be something that hasn't activated yet, but a lot of out-of-body ability. And, you know, because of their different talents, they're coveted to enslave, just like enslaving an Arcturian. But the reason that it seems easier to enslave the Lyrans is because they'll just sit there like Jesus and not fight back. That's kind of what that's what Cryon's saying to me. They will sit there like Jesus and not really fight back, but the Arcturians will sit there like Jesus, but then start kicking and screaming in the middle of it at some point, and so fight back. But you see, it doesn't really matter, which type you are, what exactly you are, because all of us have had different lives on different in different solar systems, different star systems at this point. If you're still alive, if you're still a human and you're still alive, you've definitely had other lives in other places, if you know it or not. I know that I've had probably lots of lives in places, and I have no memory of it, but I would get told, that song by that person, Johnny Cash, and he sings "I've Been Everywhere, Man," and I said, yes, I know that song, and they said, that's like you don't remember it for your protection, but you've been everywhere. You have been in many places. You've been a reptilian. I'm just like, what? I have. And yes, you've done this, you've done that. I mean, you've been all over this place you've been all over this darn galaxy trying to get people to figure out how to ascend into the light love energy. And you see, we all end up teaching each other different things. The Arcturians might say to the Pleadians that they could learn more about science. The Pleadians say to the Arcturians, hey, you guys don't have enough fun. Why don't we compose some music together? The Lyrans could come in and say, oh, you guys were not giving thanks properly to everything that's supporting us. We need to say prayers and blessings. Or also their ability to see different routes through time and ways to repair timelines. It's kind of like the idea that I get given is that Lyrans or blue Lyrans are kind of like Doctor Who, a little bit. Have a Doctor Who type thing going on. Those are the three most prominent starseeds that I notice popping up right now, besides people that are like part Yael that don't understand that they're human, and reptilians in human bodies and things like that. Now, I think a video about "Are You Reptilian?" deserves its own kind of segment, because the way this could be put forth, you could take it to mean, uh-oh, I've got humps all up my back, and I have this, weird compulsion to clean everything, and am I evil? Am I evil? And the answer is no. If you know that you're a human hybrid reptilian, a type of hybrid reptilian, no, you're not evil. Remember, a loaded gun sitting on the table is not evil. It's the person who picks it up and starts shooting it everywhere is what makes something evil or not. So, with that, I'll continue on to, could you be reptilian, and what should you do if you are reptilian? I think I have a lot of experience with this now, since I live next to a billion of them, or a billion starseeds that have been enslaved by reptilians. So, Cryon says keep on walking around in the middle of it. They're going to flat out notice you, and that they can't take you, they can't enslave you, and he says it's going to be the children, like the boy that you saw walking there. It's going to be the children that start figuring out, oh my god, oh my god, this is all wrong. What my parents are telling me is wrong, and we have to fight back. And we already are. So, I think I missed probably lots of different things I could have said about the different starseeds. I haven't really had the opportunity to meet very many of them, unless they're undercover spies, basically. Like, I can tell who's what, if they're walking by and spying on me. I can tell, oh, is that a reptilian? Oh, is that an enslaved Arcturian? Oh, is that a Lyran? Oh, who is that? Okay. And things of that nature. But, I believe I probably could have said a bit more about the topic, but a half hour seems to be the most that I'd like to do. So, remember, go to my website, www.infinitelightlove.org, and my email address is iboga.healing, that's IBOGA, healing, at gmail.com, or, same as this channel, Arcturian Philosophy at gmail.com. I'm really wanting to hear from some people who might be watching this. I mean, if you're some random person who activated, tried to talk to the famous teachers, and then they tried to murder you, what are you supposed to do except make kind of blog type videos and put them on YouTube and document the people spying on you? I think that's pretty funny. I'm going to do that more. I'm going to sit here and be like, hello, are you spying on me now? Hello, hi. Because, you see, that makes them that makes them scared, and that makes them kind of want to get away real quick. I just noticed. So thanks for teaching me that one, guys. If you give gratitude for, if you have real gratitude, even though also Arcturians have a tendency to be sarcastic, like just a tendency to be kind of sarcastic, or sarcastic humor. But if you are giving real gratitude to the universe for something, even if it's something like, oh, I've learned that by sitting out here and doing the video, I can show them that I'm not afraid of them, and I'm not going to just stay cooped up in a house like they want me to be, and where they can just try to do things to me or watch me die. I am going to stand out here underneath the tree, and I am going to document everything that is happening to me, and I am going to find other people, and we're going to stop this ludicrous idea of world domination. So, with that, I will conclude this episode of Arcturian Philosophy. Blessings to you all.